Hey guys, Richard Afishionado Channel and Reefs.com, and we're here in Reef-A-Palooza, New York 2021, and I'm here with my good friend Julian Sprung of Two Little Fishies. How are you, Julian?
I'm doing well, Richard. How are you?
I am doing fantastic, and what a first day it has been. How was it for you so far on this day?
It was really a busy day, and it was great. I met a lot of new people.
Yeah.
I had a beautiful young girl ask for my autograph.
Wow.
What I'm referring to is like a school age.
Yeah.
Don't misunderstand me. She came up to me and all excited and held up the book.
Yeah.
And that just warms my heart. It's great to, see new hobbyists. And there she is. Goodness.
Yeah. Hi.
There's her dad.
Yep.
Right there.
That's awesome.
Pleasure to meet you, Verona. Thank you for saying thank you for signing your book. I was just talking about you.
That's just,
how about that timing?
I know, that actually even warmed my heart.
Yeah. She comes up to me with the book. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, and it's, is it just me, or is it like, do you also notice like a big influx of new use, like hobbyists?
Yeah, there is, and that's great, especially now seeing that after COVID. It really had an impact on the hobby, and it got people focused on it again. Sadly, I'm not looking for more pandemics, but that did focus the existing hobbyists and bring in new hobbyists. And it's always wonderful to see children getting started in the hobby. So.
Right, at such a young age.
And reading, yes, wonderful.
Wonderful thing. So we are here in Two Little Fishies booth because I didn't get to really mention a lot of stuff that you brought out in Orlando.
Yep.
I didn't actually even know about it until I read it later.
It was a secret.
It's a secret.
Yeah, it's my secret strategy for promotion and advertising.
Gotcha.
Say nothing.
Man of mystery.
Right.
So we're going to feature some of the new products that he has brought out very recently. What do we have here?
That is two products that are both algae cleaning scrapers.
Sure.
The larger of the two is called Algae Racer.
Sure.
What they are is a beautiful stainless steel, high quality, rigid, basic body on the scraper. Easy to change out the blades.
Okay.
What you see on this one is a black plastic that is
acrylic.
Suitable for cleaning acrylic aquariums without scratching the windows.
Right.
We also include, so you can see there's the black one. We have two stainless steel blades that come with it. Of course, they're purposely made for our scraper. The reason there's two, one is a thin blade for cleaning regular algae off the windows, and there's a thicker blade for cleaning coralline algae. Whenever I've used scrapers, I don't know if you've noticed, when you're trying to clean corallines, first of all, they don't cut very well, and then you destroy a thin blade. So this one has, both blades are stainless steel, but the thicker one is designed for the corallines. Yes, it's a great idea. And of course, there are replacement blades for each individual type, depending on what you need for your aquarium.
Right.
So we have the same design as the Algae Racer, but smaller.
Yeah.
And it's called Little Scrape. And the idea, for
similar concept, but much for like a smaller tank, like
for a smaller tank. But to tell you the truth, you can use it on a larger tank.
Right.
The blades work just as well. There are places where you can't get to with a larger scraper. You need to finely clean it, and Little Scrape is ideal. Sometimes people will ask me, well, can you make a bigger one, or can you extend it? And the answer to that is yes, we could. We could make them larger, but what happens is as you get larger, it'll tend to flex, and the angle of the blade is not quite ideal, and so you actually don't end up cleaning the algae as effectively.
Gotcha.
So this is a type of a device where it really does help to stick your hand in the tank.
Knowing Julian over the years, Julian has a very artistic approach when it comes to certain things, and I think this is one of them. It's practical yet has to be appealing.
Yes.
And I think that's what happened here.
Combination of aesthetics and
Right.
and utility
Gotcha.
to make it just right.
Very
And
awesome.
the package, is designed to draw your attention to it, and
Yes.
then once you read about what it's for or see your YouTube video about it, you can appreciate that it's different. It's a distinctive type of a cleaner, and it works better.
Gotcha. So another question is, when is
Yeah.
this coming out and how much does it cost?
Okay. Well, we have a target date of about 2 months from now.
Okay.
As you can see,
They're
it's done,
ready,
but
yeah.
they're in production right now.
Gotcha.
So by the time all the parts are in our warehouse and we can assemble them, it's about 2 months.
2 months time.
And price on the larger scraper, it'll retail around $40 or less. The smaller one will be a little bit less than that.
Gotcha. Now there was another item that caught my attention. I actually did catch this in Orlando. Was the little reactor, as you can see from here, and this is the actual reactor itself. Tell me a little bit about this.
This is our new baby. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think most people who are familiar with our regular reactors and they see this, it's like, oh, it's so cute. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, the story behind this is we were at a Reef-A-Palooza. I think it was probably here.
Okay.
It's either here or Chicago. I can't remember now. And there was a coral vendor next to us. And the owner said to me, I have modded one of your 150 reactors
Yeah.
to fit in the back of our frag display.
Yeah.
And, it'd be really great if you could make them this way. Can you make them this way? And I looked and I said, yes, of course we could.
Yeah.
So he had made it exactly this size. I said to him, look, if it fits, you got it that size, you got to measure it and tell me, and we'll make it the same size.
Awesome.
And that was the impetus for doing it.
Yeah.
That is now, it's probably close to 2 years ago. They could call and tell me that.
Yeah.
So I kind of take a while to get around to it. We've had these now for close to a year. I just have been so busy with so many
Manufacturing
things,
and other stuff.
that it took me a while to finally say, we should probably start selling them.
Yeah.
And what's great about them is, look, there are nano aquariums
Right.
that, for which a 150 reactor is too big.
Right.
So aside from all the frag swaps where this fits perfectly into the little frag tanks, this is good for a nano aquarium. So, up to a 75-gallon tank, I would say would be fine. That would be the maximum capacity.
Right, and anybody who has used already your 150 reactor, they know how flexible they are and how easily modifiable these are. I mean, people use it for, they use it for GFO, carbon,
right?
And even for CO2 medias.
Yes.
Bio pellets even.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's highly modifiable, and now the people in the nano world can get their hands on this, and it's the same thing.
Yeah, I know Jake Adams was talking about it when he saw it at the Reef-A-Palooza, and he pointed out that people with smaller tanks were using the 150 reactor, but they were only putting a little bit of media, a small amount, and that's a waste of space, and this one is more compact, so yeah.
Very nice. Now, another thing that caught my attention, I actually saw this from your office a while back, and I kind of happy to see this on the display now. Tell me something about this contraption that is in this unit here.
Okay, that is the NPX adapter.
Okay.
And NPX is bioplastic material.
Right.
I don't know to what extent I need to explain that, but it's a very popular product, one of our popular range.
Yes.
And you need to fluidize it in a reactor.
Right.
Our phosphand reactors were designed for use with GFO, phosphand, activated carbon, upflow, slow flow. But when biopellets became a thing, people realized that our reactors were an economical way to deploy the biopellets. But they were not designed for the biopellets, so they worked, but not as good as they could work. The fluidization of the pellets was difficult. You needed a bigger pump to accomplish it. So it was on my agenda for several years to come up with a design that would really effectively fluidize
Yeah.
the biopellets. And I tried a lot of different designs that on paper seemed like they could work, but they didn't work. Saw in other purposely made biopellet reactors this concept of swirling it horizontally as opposed to try to just blow it upwards. And we came up with a design, a way to make that, and made the tooling, tested them, and sure enough, it really does work very well. But it literally creates a vortex there, and it's the vortex that just begins to move the whole column, and as the momentum builds up, it just separates.
Right. So not it's like when you're modifying 150 before, sometimes depending on the pump that you use, there are some parts that weren't being
Some
used.
would blow up, and other parts would get stationary. So blow up here and then settle in one spot.
Right. By creating a vortex from all directions, now everything is fluidized.
Everything is moving.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and you don't need as much pump, as much power to make it happen.
Gotcha.
So it's energy efficient. In fact, in the 550 reactor, we really couldn't fluidize it.
Okay.
You know, there'd be some movement, but you couldn't fluidize it at all.
Yeah.
Now with the NPX adapter, you can.
Gotcha.
So that's finally we have a working design. I built the tooling about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And I've been so busy, just haven't. We've had that package, you saw it at Two Little Fishies. That's been more than a year. So so busy taking care of business and everything else, to introduce a product takes some effort.
Right.
But
It's good to see
about
them.
time that we're
It's really good to see them. And then, is this available in the market now?
It isn't, but we have all the parts, so I need to get the pricing nailed down, and we need to introduce it. So within a month, it's fine.
So within a month, you will see this in the market, and you'll find out the price very, very soon in your favorite retailer.
Good.
Okay?
Next week on the price.
Next week on the price list. You heard it. So we'll see. Maybe next month.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
No.
Totally kidding.
We'll get it done.
So there is actually another product that he wanted to unveil for us. It was a new addition to a mag clip.
Yeah, that was a secret, but
I'm unveiling it just for you guys.
Yeah. Well, with all the LED lights, blue light, I thought I would be kind to the fish. We have our veggie mag, which is a magnetically coupled sea veggies clip.
Right.
But I was thinking, the fish really like to interact with their owner. Right, the caretaker of the aquarium. So we put a filter on the clip.
Like orange filter.
An orange filter, so that when the fish are feeding and they're watching you and looking out, they can see you in natural daylight color. Because, have you ever seen what people look like with blue light?
It may look saturated too, I guess. Right?
Unnatural.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm not sure when that's coming out, but it should be popular, I would think.
Sounds great. Great. I'm so looking forward to releasing of that, and what you guys think. Please comment down below on your thoughts on that, and I would love to hear it and discuss more about it. Well, thank you so much, Julian, for all the information.
Yeah.
I look forward to everything being released to the market and more innovation from you down the line.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. My pleasure. We could do that as we're talking.
Is it all right?
It's kind of a rough day here on the ocean.
We should do it in a sink, like.